Welcome to a new episode. In this week's episode, we're going to tell you all about our solar panels, how we installed them, what we used, and what we learned from it. Yeah.
We started building the van. We didn't know anything about electricity or solar panels or nothing like that. But because it was Black Friday, we had to hurry up and we had to figure out what we need. We found a good size of solar panels, so we went ahead and bought it. The next thing you know was that I was on the way to Hungary, to Budapest, to see my parents and asked my stepdad to help install the solar panels. So let's see how it went. In today's episode, we are going to install some of our solar panels on the van. So it turns out the first solar panel is on the roof. We are using some bigger washers to attach it to the roof rack. Actually, we didn't have to drill it because the solar panel is a little bit shorter than expected or than it looked before. So now we are just using a washer and a bolt and a nut from the other side. So 1 hour later we have one solar panel attached to the roof. It looks really flush, secured, and now we are going to move on to the second one, which is behind our roof ventilation. So my time in Budapest was successful. We installed 3 of the 5 solar panels with my stepdad and I was ready to install the rest in the Netherlands. But then I met the Dutch weather. I was driving on the dike, which is a long road along the sea, and I met a big truck that was coming across me. And next thing I knew, that one of my solar panels flew off completely. Luckily, nobody was hurt, there were no cars behind me, and the solar panel flew towards the sea. But as soon as I could, I stopped, but I couldn't see the solar panels. It also meant we had to find another way that we can install the solar panels.
I think most importantly, it's to say that safety is really important for us. We're of course building the entire van ourselves. We put the windows in ourselves as well. Luckily, no one got hurt, but it's something we don't want to repeat again. So we went to rethink our whole plan, and let me show you what happened.
We started taking off our solar panels and we are going to continue with taking off our roof rack. The roof rack was surprisingly easy to get off. It was attached only with 8 bolts to the van. We really liked the roof rack as it made our van stand out from the crowd and it gave it a builder vibe, so people wouldn't recognize it as a camper immediately. We also started making progress with our new rail system, cleaned it and we gave it a few layers of black paint to match the van. We also purchased some Z-brackets which we will use to attach the solar panels. These needed some small modifications, so Bobby fixed it as well.
So last time I prepped the roof and the rails for the solar panels. I spray painted the rails and I also added some, it's like a rubber tape, like a butyl tape on top of the holes, so that the sides are already nice and protected and also waterproofed. Once the screws will actually go through, we'll also add some Sikaflex, of course, just to make sure that there's really no leakages.
To secure the rails, we are using a few parts: M8 bolts, washers, and some nuts that are also functioning as a piece inside our rail to secure down the solar panels. The last piece is the Z-bracket, which attaches our solar panels to the roof rails. All our rails are up, the screws are in, and it's time to tighten them. To make sure that this version will be super safe, we opened up some more holes from the original ones and secured them down pretty good. So after 1.5 hours, we finally have all our rails attached to the van. Secured with Sikaflex from inside. They got some heat so they can cure better and faster. The next day, we only had a few things left to do. First, we had to connect the Z brackets to the solar panels, and after that, we had to connect the solar panels to the rails of the new roof rack. We made a template so we could easily mark where the holes have to be on the solar panels and started working on them. So this is the next day here, and last night we finished putting on our first solar panel, which is the most difficult actually, because the attachment point in the front is really difficult to reach. We had to climb from the front and use this Z-shaped bracket to attach it onto the rail. Now we are going to continue with the second, third and fourth as well. So the solar panel is on the roof. We have the Z bracket. We have that piece under, and our bolt will just slide into it. Sometimes you need to give it a slight push, the solar panel downwards, so it can catch on it. You go under it with the screwdriver, but when it's on, it's a pretty easy process. And that's done. Once we had everything securely attached, it was just a matter of connecting the cables to finish up this solar panel project. Since we had 4 solar panels and we got some advice from Wanderable, we are connecting 2 of them parallel and 2 of them in series to have the best charge efficiency. This was it for the solar panels. We learned a lot, definitely. We made it safer, we made it more durable and usable as well. So we hope you really liked it and you also learned from it, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.